Okay, we're back. Mm. 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 Okay. Okay, we're going to give a tease with the chorus of the can't go that deep, but... And then we fade. And then we fade. We can't hit you with the whole tease, but...
No.
That is...
We're back.
Booed Up by Ella May. Check her out.
Scorpio.
Love
Team
her.
Scorp.
We just saw her at Kehlani's concert.
Sorry, I'm lit.
We went. She was in Charlotte. It was so amazing. And Ella May came out. She was the featured artist. No, what's it called? Like the opening act. What was it?
Opener. Yeah.
The opener. And she was amazing. Kelly knew her a little bit before, but it was like a total like surprise.
I did not know she was gonna be at the concert until like 2 weeks before. And mind you, I knew about the concert since like January. So yeah, major cool stuff. But this cool stuff.
So basically, what?
We're here for the Belief Makeover, right? Did you already say that?
There we go. So we're here for Belief Makeover time. It's time to.
CTG.
You know, I saw this this picture, and it kind of sparked this question that we had, and so I have a few questions. We have a few questions for you guys. Okay, I got two, and Kelly got two. Okay.
Basically,
we can believe that Moses parted the sea. Okay. Now I'm not trying to read nobody. I'm not trying to do all that. I'm not trying to get into that. Okay. But we're talking about. A lot of majority of Christians believe that's a massive belief. Moses parting the sea with his power.
Not Christians, the whole world.
People, the whole world. Yeah. That's in so many different.
Like if you can wrap your mind around this, like
literally,
beliefs are like they become everything. Like what you think is what is produced in life. Your thoughts become things. So it's really important what you're thinking up here because it's literally a reflection of your outer reality. So. That's really why we ask these questions to ourselves. Like, it really started to change our lives, basically. So, these questions, I don't know. It just seems like this is what it is. Kehlani started saying this common sense. This is what she did at the concert. She was like,
that's true.
She literally was like, guys, I feel like this is common sense, but blah, 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 blah. Okay, now.
And what she was saying
was not necessarily common sense, but it's like, really is stuff we never really think deeper into, Like, when you ask yourself, okay, well, who really said this? What's this belief I have in my head? And is it really valid? Is it really something I should be following? Like, did I ever really think about it, Because then you get into what you believe, F what everybody else believes. It's really about what's in your head that's going to create your life, That was a little long, but back to the questions, so ponder on that.
Question time.
Okay? So ponder on that.
Question number one, okay? We can believe that Moses parted the sea, but we can't believe that you deserve the best for yourself. Okay? You can believe that Moses parted the sea, but you cannot believe that you can get the best that you want. My second question is, we can believe that water, we all know that water is made of H2O, 2 hydrogens, 1 oxygen. Yeah. Wait, is that? Yeah. And so, we can wrap our head around that. We can literally see the small molecules, all that. But can't believe that our friends will be okay with speaking our minds.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So it's twist on that.
We literally can study on water and hydrogens and learn all this, and we'd be like, okay, that makes sense. I literally, even though I can't see it, I can believe in that water, right? In this water, there's hydrogen and oxygen,
H's and O's and T's.
Right. But I can't believe that if I stand up for myself, my friends will be okay with it, or it'll be I won't die or anything. You know what I mean? So
this is real shit. Right. Exactly.
We put so much power in one belief and not in the other. So it's time to remix.
Yeah. And a lot of it is fear based. Like that's the first thing we should believe in is ourselves. F a molecule, F a H, and a 2 and a O. Like I can see the grass is green and there's a blue sky, but like, what about me? Like, like that's something that I don't want to be fearful enough to not like stand up for myself. Like I should like make sure that that's something in my head that is not necessarily all about me, but like make sure that I'm believing the right things about myself, and that that's supported by all of my reality.
Everything.
You know,
everything.
So here we go.
Here's
with
Kelly's too.
Yes, my questions. Number 3 would be, if we can believe that the universe expanded from one single point.
Like, think about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
You can expand on it. I mean,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. But can't believe that marriage is for more than just a man and a woman. You know, and that's like, it's 2017. That's really all I have to say. You know, like I feel like a lot of beliefs are things that people tell us, and that's what I'm saying. Like, don't dig any deeper into, and to find out what our true core belief is, and sit with that and accept it. Like, if you're more open-minded than people around you, what's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, accept it. That just means that your heart may be a little bigger, or you're just like ready to accept things that other people aren't. I'm not telling people to accept things that they're not ready to accept, but it's real. What's real is real. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true.
So.
That's true. And literally, like, think about that, y'all. If we can think all that's around us right now, all that's sitting in your rooms, all that's sitting in my room, Kelly, me, the planets, the sun we look at, the moon going around, all that and all the far galaxies way back came from one point. Okay? We believe that. Okay? That's a massive belief. But we cannot believe something like equal marriage.
Right.
Okay? And Kelly, hit him with the last one. This one really got me when she said it.
If we can believe that 1% of the population can make more than the other 99% combined, but can't believe that we have the ability to go after our own dreams, right? And so, you know, like, if we can send our money to, like, corporations and have these big bosses that, like, make hella money, and we can see them. I mean, I understand why we don't always believe in ourselves, but if they can do it, why can't we? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really how we got to start looking at things. Like, there may be a lot of odds and things against us, but the more that we start stepping out and believing in ourselves, the more of a representation we have of what we can do. You know what I'm saying? It just takes, like, really that belief.
Sure.
Because, yeah, there's this disparity. Like, obviously, 1% to 99%, but that's just not, that just means there's just disparity in people.
And believe, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. Believing in themselves. It's that many people believe in themselves. As opposed, no, I mean, not necessarily, you know.
No, yeah.
But, and that's the thing. I don't blame anybody for this. It just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And what it takes is one person, you know, believing in themselves. Yeah. And then we have representation of all the many people that can do things that they want. You know what I'm saying?
And it just, we really wanted to bring the awareness of this, because, like, I saw the post and I was like, oh shit, like, we can believe the craziest things, but we cannot believe the most simple things about ourselves. Like, I have got to, like, you know, and so we're here to say, what do you want to believe now? You know?
Right.
One question listen, we can take a time, you know, I took a second, we can take a second in the video to do this too. Take a second and think, if you could believe anything about yourself that you never thought you could. Okay, like, sometimes let me think back, and I've done it now, so but before that, I always thought, well, yeah, I want, all I said was, I want to have enough. I want to be able to, have enough, have a nice house, and all the nice words, yeah. But if anybody was like, well, what about a mansion? I would be like, ooh, that might be that's coming too much. Like, I don't.
Sorry.
Knowing me, I know that would be amazing. That would be so great to have that much space, that much, so I saw myself doing that, and now I'm excited to kind of reach that goal, because now I believe that I can do it for me. You know what I mean? And so, take a second and think about, if you could believe anything about yourself or any situation, if you could, no matter what, it doesn't matter, like, what is, if you could believe it, which means you can. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm reading people. There's no need to. I'm sorry.
Me too.
What would it be? Okay, so that's my question. And Kelly?
And mine is going to be basically kind of similar. Like, if you could believe anything about yourself, that if anything were to be true about yourself, what would it be? You know what I'm saying? Like, you might tell yourself that you wish that you're like a size 12, but is that really what you want, or is that like what people have told you is for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you could, outside of what everybody has ever told you about yourself, define who you are, what would it be? You know what I'm saying? And then go out and start doing things that align with that.
True, 100%.
And then next thing you know, your whole life has changed. You know?
Drastically. And I was thinking too, like, even me, I had this whole mindset, like, okay, I went to Marymount Manhattan College for dance, and it's just kind of a competitive atmosphere, and so I realize now that, like, because I don't like competition, I started to act like I had less energy and less energy in things, to kind of just play down myself, basically. I don't know why I did that. That was the belief system thing again. And basically, after graduating, like, I started realizing, like people were even calling me slow, like I'm lazy, and like I literally picked up that mentality. I was way more sleepy. Then I had to take a second and be like, wait, Corey, is this even your persona? Like, you were lit, you know? Like, even as a child, like the middle school, high school, I was so excited about everything. So this is not something, how can I just gain this? And literally my dancing, I didn't even feel like dancing. I was always so like, you know? And this is mentality I picked up. And so it's literally what you tell yourself. Like, I was like, I don't want to be that anymore. I'm not lazy. Whether I am or not, you know what I mean? You can tell yourself so many different things. Like, I don't want to, you know, I always told myself, like, I think way too much. You know, I'm overthinking. I need to just calm down, meditate. That's not what I want to believe right now. You know what I mean? So you kind of can find things for yourself, or, you know, yeah.
Yeah. It's all about how you want to feel at the end of the day, you know? Like, that's really what should guide it. And then you honor those feelings, and then you become a better version of yourself. Like, I don't feel like it should be something that's terribly hard, because we always are, like, hard on ourselves and competitive with other people. But the main things I can say is keep it focused on yourself, keep it in your lane, you know, and then just focus on being a better version of you. Not not the best person or better than anybody else, just a better version of yourself, always. Like, there's always room to grow. And that takes, like, knowledge of self, knowing those beliefs, making sure they're, like, positive and what you really want and feel like you deserve, regardless of what anybody else, like, has to say, really. Because, I mean, yes, we are here to be and exist with people, but we gotta look out for our hearts so that we can, like, have that love to give, you know? Like, I just went in, but, like, yeah, like, you really gotta get right in yourself so that you can, like, because it affects everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we're together, where it becomes from inside out. Try from inside out, right? So you gotta get the inside right. That's all it is.
It's a complete effect. Like, even if you think about, like, notice if you're having a bad day, it's usually because you're not feeling good. And then your interactions are bad, and, like, the way you're seeing it is bad. And nothing really is bad, but you're in this bad perception because inside you're not feeling good.
Right.
You know? So, of course, that's going to be that.
And then you take on so much of everybody else's crap, so you just really have to find space for yourself. Take time for yourself every day to process and give yourself a space that nobody can come into. Like, you know?
While Kelly was talking, because the next section we have is called Who Said You Can't? Yeah. Ooh. And I thought about this song. I don't know if anybody remembers this but me.
Hey.
You ain't
yes,
seen
Hannah.
Hannah. Okay. And look at her. Look at Miley. That was... Can we talk about it?
Make a comeback. Shout out to the Scorpios. I'm pretty sure she's a Scorpio.
Wow.
It's lit, okay? Jupiter's about to go into Scorpio. You know. Sad? Yes. No, not sad. I'm sorry. I just had to show.
Scorpios.
Shout out to Scorpios.
Scorpios. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Scorps. Yes. Love the Scorps. Okay. So basically, that's what it is. Like, literally, we had this awakening experience. This is, we're going to find the point where we're going to go into more personal. Not even that deep. We're going to get into that. You'll get little glimpses and glances there later. You know, I have to say all that. But who said you can't, you know, with these beliefs? Like, who said you can't believe a certain way? Or who said what someone said is right? You know, that's literally what woke me up was who said. Like, literally, get a little real. it was like we had some parent things going on where they were kind of, we had some like, I wanted to do
growing
something.
up shit,
Yeah,
really.
just growing up where you have
Out of our
differences, you know, different viewpoints. And their response a little bit to some things were like, well, you can't do that because that's not, you know, that's not what someone your age would do, or that, you know, you need to listen to your parents, we have good advice, and, you know, all these things, or just don't do, you know, don't spend your money that way because that's going to lead to all these things. And I was kind of like listening, and it was just messing me up a little bit, and I was like, wait, who said that? Like, is there somewhere, where is it written that I have to follow that rule? Like, where? You know? Even as deep as, you know, oh, it's tradition. That had a start point. So sometime before that wasn't tradition, and people were breathing and walking fine, you know? And so my thing literally came, I was like, wait, nobody said, like, what? Who said that? Like, no. Who said, like, you know? And so, like, even, like, being gay, I kind of applied to everything, like, let's say homosexuality. Such an issue, like, people gotta have such a problem. Because they have a problem, literally. But anyways, we're gonna get into that in another video.
Instantly
July season is lit, y'all. It's instant pop-up. And so, basically, yeah, so it was like...
I'm sorry.
I had to take a moment and be like, wait, who said that was wrong? Like, it feels so right, you know? Who said me, like, no. You know what I mean? Oh, it's, and this, oh, they said that. Okay, well, what about, could somebody else, what if somebody else would have said something else? Like, you know, what do you say?
I said, what about what the fuck I want? Like, regardless of who they is.
It doesn't even matter.
You know what DJ Khaled said?
No,
you know what DJ Khaled about
bring
they?
It up. Bring me up. Bring me up. That's literally what it is.
I'm doing all this
No. People, that's literally what it is. You brought it up. I'm even still focused on what others are even saying. You know, who said this? If they said that, well, why couldn't they? Somebody could have said something else. It don't even matter what. That's what the thing is. People are focusing on what.
Cared about they? Do you think Oprah cared about they? Like, worry about.
Think about other people. That's
worry about your we, who's on your team, but they, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a they. Sorry. I and maybe a we. You know, you gotta focus on the I. Got some we's, got a couple real we's, but then other than that,
not the real
everybody else don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
That's
days.
It's literally
no days. Days are a non-MFing factor. Okay.
Because what's gonna happen if you say, you know what, I'm just gonna follow my rules, and because
it's always gonna turn out right. Like, think about that.
Yes, you have to know your
You see the people who listen to themselves and where they are. It's not because that's the thing. It's your heart, it's their heart that they're listening to, and that's your guidance. That means it's for you. Like, everything that's in this little box in your heart came directly from up here. So why wouldn't it lead you to some bitch shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you can't. People are always like, well, you know, if I completely listen to what I say, don't listen to anybody, I'm going to end up in chaos. Well, that means your guidance must be chaos. Your self-guidance is chaos. You know, if you really think about it, if you know your
Find your own chaos. That's the thing. Maybe it will be a little chaos, but at least it's yours. It's not nobody else's, and you can't be mad about the end result because it's something someone else told you. If it's something you're going to do, you're not going to be mad at yourself because you know at one point you made a decision. Like, listening to myself has been tough because you go from listening to other people and so much external to having to find that voice that's leading you. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It was, because I had to learn a few lessons the hard way maybe, but I can say that it was me the whole time. Sure. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have any regrets because I know that I was making decisions from my heart.
True. And too, you got to think too, like, wait, you like went in and like I completely lost what I was saying.
Maddie. Always doing it.
He said, where is it written?
You can't go home.
Oh, yes. And it's basically a test in your own character. Like when you think about, and I had to do that. I got afraid. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be listening to myself. Like, if I'm afraid, that must mean, who am I listening to even then to say I'm going to end up on a bad route? Like, clearly I know I have good intentions. I know my heart's, I'm not going to go and kill somebody. That's not my vibes, you know. And so me following my heart is going to lead me where it needs to lead. It's not going to lead anywhere crazy if you don't follow the rules. You know what I mean? Like, the rules were set by, that's always is set by somebody else. So if you take the hierarchy down, that just means a whole other human was setting some rules and everybody's following them.
For why though?
And why? And clearly, if you know that we all are kind of one and on the same collective conscious, there's not that many rules we can make. That we're gonna make the similar ones. Like I'm gonna make a rule like, when I'm hungry, I'm gonna put food in my mouth. You know, oh, it doesn't feel good to say something mean to someone and see them hurt. So maybe let me not say that. There's so many things. The rules that there's general common sense rules because we're on the same vibe.
Right. But here's the thing. We just feel so much guilt when we start making rules for ourselves that are good for ourselves, just because nobody.
That's
when we really start caring about what it is that like we want, we start questioning. But why? No, we're worth it. Like stop questioning what it is that your soul is crying out for, because that's really what it is. If it comes up here, if it's all up here, if it's all in here, it means it's something you should honor. Like really.
And why are you giving so much attention as well to the other side? You know what I mean? What is in the other side that's keeping you from following your heart? You know what I mean? Like, let's say, oh, I can't do that because of this. Okay, that's fine. But why is it? Why
you placing so much value on something outside of you?
Well, you got to look in it, like, because we're not supposed to have much value on external things. What in it are you seeing in that person? What in it are you seeing in that object? That's ultimately going to satisfy you, because that's the reason you're really so drawn to it. It's like, this is going to save, you know, what in it is in that. And then once you figure that out, I feel that's going to help too.
Yeah. Find it in yourself. You feel like, you know, you're fearful of like being by yourself or not being strong enough. Like, bro. It's there. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
It's
and
there.
The people that, like, literally everything is mirrors, and we'll get to another video with that. I'm going to write that down. Because, as you learn to yourself and start, you know, changing your rules, people
know what you need.
Your rules change around you. Because you start to build your own limits, you know, and I thought I'm gonna have all these conflicts. Oh my God, once I start standing up for myself, like, and doing my own thing, everybody's gonna dislike it. Actually, no. Half the people didn't notice. The other half, you know, about a third kind of went somewhere, and I wouldn't mind. They were kind of needed to go anyway, so that's fine. And then the other third, I mean, I'm gonna divide into halves and the thirds, but a third, and the last third. Literally, I gained new people who respect me even more than the ones I had. You know what I mean? And so, the universe, spirit, God,
that's what we need.
Buddha, everything you follow and believe, this major higher purpose. If you put the trust in that and not in your control and what you think you can do to fix your life, it'll be all right. If you know, just as long as I keep my heart all right and as long as I trust me, if they're hurting me, if that's not for me, whatever's hurting me is not for me. What's for you will be replenished. That's basically it. Yeah, so just follow. You know, I feel like our society also drains the hell out of everybody and makes us out of our faith. You know, it makes us so based on reality. We see so much, you know, the cars to put out, the money to put out, the new hair, the new clothes. There's all this material things, and so it takes us away from the spiritual aspects of how that comes in. And so it makes us realize, you know, we have to get it in these physical ways, but that might not be the way you're supposed to get it. You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to get, you know what I mean? Yeah, so, I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of lost the inspiration there halfway, but I hope you got that. So, yeah, we kind of just wanted to do random little rants.
It's supposed to be 5 minutes, guys.
Yeah, literally. This is supposed to be a 5-minute video. We'd be having these videos anyway, without recording them, because we talk about these things all the time. So we wanted to just start recording them and sharing them, because that's what helped us when people recorded things and shared it. And so hopefully we can share some things to other people.
Yepers.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I also just realized I kind of could have done the screen sharing thing, because I could have blown up your face and you used the photo booth to do the half.
Now we know.
So maybe the next video.
Maybe
Alright, guys, so that is the video on belief. Then take a second, literally, and it literally takes it. You have to know for your body too. I want to go in a little bit on yourself. Okay, so me, I'm so mental. I have so much air sign energy. Aquarius, Gemini, there's just so much air. So I figure things, you have to make sure it clicks in your head, these beliefs, or it's not going to change. Because beliefs are subconscious. deep in there, you know. And so I have to write mine down. I have to literally take a second, close my eyes, and visualize myself like changing my beliefs. And mainly, I have to really communicate to other people. I'll call Kelly and be like, you know, I'm really feeling like I'm not really worth this. And she'll be like, no, like, hell no, you're not worth that. And I'm like, oh my God, yes, my belief is changing now because I was able to verbalize it. So depending on yourself, you got to kind of feel out how it's going to be effective to really change these beliefs, you know. So yeah.
Okay. You got it though. That's the thing. You can do it. Okay.
That's it. It's all. Yeah, I feel like we kind of went in and went a little like, you know, we're just passionate people. Scorpio and Aquarius. That's just
extremely intense. Like you're just not gonna get anything but intensity from over here.
It's
so
not gonna be flower.
Not in a bad way though. Super passionate. Very soft on the inside. It just comes off a little hard sometimes. You know.
Exactly.
But yeah, you can definitely do it. If anybody can tell you can do it, it's us because we're sitting on the other side of a lot of shit. You know, but like we're only talking about this because we know it to the core. You know what I'm saying?
Like I was so like Kelly can attest. I had no idea what self-choice was. You know. And Virgo rising, I was here to please, and I was good at following rules.
Pisces moon absorbs everything everybody else does.
Absorbing, you know what I mean? So it literally was so hard for us to, even after, even feeling guilt for following our own path. Like even knowing I'm following my heart, I felt guilty for following my heart still. So that's even how you know, there's just so much like.
It takes time.
It just takes so much time, like, but just follow
push
your heart.
Through it, like it feels good to honor yourself at the end of the day. Like no matter how difficult it may be, you can like rest well, like knowing like you did yourself a service. You know what I'm saying? Like give yourself a hug. That shit really feels good when you give yourself a hug. You know, because sometimes you really have to listen to yourself and talk to yourself as a child because. I had a moment the other day where I was not listening to myself and I literally got sick, like physically sick, because I needed to take some time for myself and I was not listening. And once I realized that, I had to apologize to myself, my body, because I was like, dang, I was not paying you any attention. You know what I'm saying? Yourself, your person, your soul is a lot to take care of, you know? And if you don't, it starts to show in the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, honor yourself. Take care of your babes. Yes.
That is true.
But I guess we're done. Like, we're
man. This is exciting.
You know. Do you want an outro music or can I play the outro song?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. I got us. Give me 1 second, guys. This is just a little tunage. You know, we always feel like music just everything. So you gotta always keep it turned. Basically, just keep it lit.
Keep it lit. Music stays you. It literally like.
Okay, here we go. A little bit of this. I can do this. You know. Hold up.
Is it past 30?
Okay, my bad. Alright, guys.
Yes.
Went a little bit, but, you know, it's lit. TTYL on the next one. We out.
Right.